So we can do a lot here. We can do that. So that's already nonsense, but that's not enough. Hey, Sal. Thank you for 15 months. This one seems easier. We have definitely done frame perfect jumps on 2 of the levels already. Like, oh no, not frame perfect, pixel perfect. That's, what we've done more. They might have been, I don't think they were frame perfect as well. I'm less sure of that. But, there have been 2 jumps that were pixel perfect we did so far. The pixels are a little chunky in this game, so that's a little less intense than it sounds, but there was one level that we absolutely counted pixels on. Hey, Jim. Thanks for 27 months as well, sir. Thanks, Dig Dug. Yeah, I think I, like, ended up accidentally dashing at a point that, like, I made it to the next screen because it was completely unnecessary to dash. It was just an instinct to move faster, but, like I said, not too concerned about the in-game acknowledgement. So the only thing we've been told on this screen is that I asked, after trying for quite a while, to make sure that, we can't jump onto the thing above us here. That thing up there, we can't jump onto that in any fashion dashless. So I verified that that was true. And otherwise we need to figure out how to actually do the rest of this nonsense. Like, the end section all looks relatively doable, but I don't know how to do the middle section. Because we either need to jump high and far enough that we surpass those spikes, or jump low enough that we get underneath them and then we can jump up from beneath them there. And I have not been able to successfully do either. And like, we can jump to the other side of that. We can jump bounce off of the corner over here. But as far as this jump there being frame perfect, I'm guessing it's not, just because I can get it too often for it to feel like it's frame perfect to me. Like, I'm still going to miss it a lot, but like, I got it, what, 2 of the last 3 there? And then most of the other times I'm just like in the wrong spot. But again, that's not enough on its own. So I don't know, like, as far as I can tell, it doesn't matter how I jump off of this. It's either gonna be too high or too low. But I will give it several more tries before we ask for any further advice on the subject there. Dodge rolling, yes. See, there's what it looks like when it's low. We don't die on the top spikes, but we don't get quite far enough to get to the safe ledge beneath the little platform there. But I'm not really sure what other tricks are available to me on the screen. Like, it feels like I've learned the tricks I need to learn, but maybe not. Like, we probably got yet another version of spike jumping. We learned, I guess it was called the coffee jump, apparently, that we learned on a few screens back when we did some crazy jumps that were pixel perfect. And then we've learned the spike jumps, and we've learned this little hop here, which is relevant. So I'm kind of hoping those are enough tools in my toolbox, but mostly because I don't see what else I could interact with meaningfully in a way that would change the physics of this level. Hey, Grand Leaves. But the problem is, this does not seem good enough. Like, that's about as close as we can get.
Returns. Welcome home.
Greetings, Eridolabo. And that is still very far off. Like, even with one less spike at the end there, we would still not make it, I don't think, at that distance, so... So now it's more like a puzzle game that we did need to execute precisely, right? What else could I do? To give me extra horizontal momentum, or an extra jump, or the ability to walk through spikes. I don't think I have any of these things. I'm like trying to walk through these spikes, even though they're not the ones that would probably help me. I don't see any way that that would happen. And at first I thought I was gonna have to do a jump off of that ledge there too. But fortunately you can make the first jump and I don't need to jump off of this ledge here. I'll be trying to demonstrate it now, I can't even do the first jump there, but yeah, do something like that to get the, that one's pixel perfect, I believe, to get that spike jump there. But we don't need to do that. Hey, Calamity Kyle. The first chapter can be, not the entire game. Beating even the first chapter Dashless requires nonsense speed tech. Cashless. Yes. No coins. You've already ruined it for everybody. We can no longer beat it cashless. Alright. What else do I need to try here? Like, I feel like I've also tried some decent amount of dashing off of this top one here, and we still don't have good angles there. Like, that one usually seems worse. Am I jumping off of spikes? Yeah, doing a little bit of that. Technically not jumping off of the spikes themselves, I'm jumping off of the tiny gap in between the spikes, or at the edge. Like, you can, I could jump off of this. I don't know how many tries this would take me here, but it is possible to bounce off of that corner there, too. And I was afraid I had to on this level, but instead we have to do something else that's impossible. But yeah, you can do that perfectly. You saw I made at least a jump, but you can actually do that where you're jumping forward as well. Hey, Kroto. That's too early. Yeah, so that's not really going to get much better than that. I mean, I could do it a little lower. I don't think that'll really help, but we should exhaust our ideas before we ask for help, probably. Alright, how low can we get here? So approximately flush in the spike there. And then a full jump is slightly too far there. Greetings, Plot Spackle. We don't currently know enough on this screen to be able to count 19 pixels down for something like we did on the last hard screen. Although the way I did it was apparently harder than the normal technique, but I tried what is apparently the normal technique and it did not work for me, so we found our own way to do it with style. I would like to, again, it'd be nice to show that off, but I can't go back to the previous level right now. Okay, so none of the things that I know appear to be working. So is like double spike jumping somehow gonna give me like perfect horizontal momentum? I'm like, what other things could even possibly do what I needed to do here to complete this level? Like if I bounce off of the wall here and then the next one, does that somehow like give me extra horizontal momentum? That would require 2 frame perfect jumps, right? I don't think that'll help. It's hard to fight the instinct to go full distance there, too. Yeah, that's what we've been trying. Like, there's really only 2 valid alternatives at this point if we've ruled out the middle iceberg that falls down. We either jump so high that we land on the left side of the concrete falling platform block on the right, or we jump low plus high enough that we get underneath the wooden platform that we can go up through from underneath. So those are really the only options there. I don't see this helping, but I'm just out of other ideas, so I want to at least try to succeed at it once. All right. Well, we did that. Good work, I guess. What else could we possibly do here? Hey, Tubular Cat. You actually can jump on air, in addition to sometimes looking like I'm jumping on air. But there's a thing called Coyote Time, where you have a few frames after you walk off a platform that you can still jump, like so. You may have seen the little visible cloud puff right there, yeah. So I was off of the platform by, I don't know how long it is, but let's say 4 to 6 frames or something like that, and I was still able to jump. This is done like as a major quality of life thing that makes a platformer game feel a whole lot better to play, because it avoids that case where like, oh, I hit jump, come on, why didn't I jump? Like, where it feels like garbage because it feels like you pressed it in time. So most good platformer games fudge it just a little bit, so you have a brief window that you can still jump after you've actually technically gone past the platform. Another like kind of related one is if I press jump right before I land, I'll jump again. Like if I hit it way before I land, I won't, because that's way off. But if I hit it like right before I land there, it'll register that I'm trying to jump again and just jump again. Like there's a lot of things like that that go into a good platformer to make it feel really smooth and fun to play. Those are two pretty important ones, I would say. Well, now we've talked about good game design. I don't know what else to do on this level, though. And named Coyote Time, if anyone's wondering, in honor of like Wile E. Coyote, that old like Looney Tunes cartoons often like hung in air for like a few seconds before like realizing that there was no ground underneath them, and then they fell, or things like that. Another way this can be done, and is, you know, slightly done here probably, is like rounded edges of platforms. Like I think a lot of Mario games do this, where they've got rounded edges, so it visibly the platforms look like they end sooner than they actually do. But the actual like hitbox goes all the way to the full edge, not just the rounded part. Rounded rectangle hitboxes were patented? Oh, come on. Like, what else can I do? I could do something weird like that. That's not really gonna give me the right trajectory. Ah, okay. I was wondering, I'm like, pretty sure even for nonsense patents, that's a lot, but... Okay, well, I mean, that's about the degree of hint I was about to ask for, so I suppose that, works. You'll need 2 jumps to get to the falling platform, so you're supposed to jump high enough, then. Not do the, underneath that we weren't even sure we could, actually climb up from underneath, but we'd be willing to try. How do I get that much height plus... Well, it's mostly the horizontal momentum, I guess, but... Interesting. So if I do that way twice, does that for some reason help matters? We'll try it. Yeah, that's pretty much making it go. Actually, that's closer than I would expect. Like, it still doesn't look close enough, but... Blizzard patented internet chat because of WoW. Oh, good God. Alright, well that's easier than expected. Sort of. Alright, that was the perfect level of hint. Alright. So once I'm up there, I think I can jump high enough to the left, but... I just jumped off some spikes in a weird diagonal way that made me go high enough. Don't worry about it. Okay, I may have been wrong about the easier than expected. I just wasn't expecting to actually get it that soon upon trying the new strat. But now we are continuously failing it, so... It feels like the perfect spot, but it's slightly off. We basically did that, but slightly better. I wish there was a better screen wipe on this level. It is still unique compared to all the other levels. Ooh, that was very close. That was probably 1 pixel off in the jump. I wish I could have given an actual attempt after getting to the platform, because I was so shocked that I'd actually made it. I was like, oh, it's falling, oh. So, wait, is this double pixel perfect and I just happened to have gotten it? Well, not the first time, but one of the early times? That seems possible. Oh, jeez, that felt so good. I wonder if this would be easier to... Well, I'm landing the first one often enough that I probably shouldn't try to mix it up. Because, like, the first jump is probably not actually required to be done this way. That's just the fastest way to do it. Then again, it still might be required. Hey, Invenerable! Thank you for the raid. What were you streaming tonight? Greetings, Aurel. No! Did some water. Cool. Celeste is about in Canada. That's a good answer to that question. Hey, Royal Blue Wizard. Only the first chapter is possible, Dashless, Don Sleepy. And even that requires nonsense. I mean, how much bigger BS could they be, Aurel? Oh, I thought that was good. We're talking like all sorts of weird like frame perfect jumps. We're talking about unintuitive speed tech. We're trying to get to that falling platform on the right, Area Dilemma. We made it there twice so far. Well, I'm trying, Cathartic. We'll see. Probably. Just have to pay very close attention. Because there'll be a lot of this. That was 1 pixel off. I assume... Like, it feels like pixels is the measurement we should be primarily looking at. Like, I have no idea on frame precision, and that's a lot easier to overstate. Like, we probably have like a couple frames, but that is still almost nothing, but still way more than only 1 frame. Oh, you could have said hi around. That would have been just fine. Yeah, next time. I could have made sure you played some Crocodile. Because Crocodile is amazing and everyone should play Crocodile. Can I just make this? I think I can just make this, right? Huzzah! Okay. That's what we were trying to do. If for those asking.
You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Cheers, Aradelamo. Thanks for opening up the gift bomb. Welcome in, Tubular Cat, and welcome back, Plot Spackle, Inklagore, Hypersphere, and Saray. Nice and venerable. That is a good group of people to meet for sure. Okay. I don't necessarily need to do anything too fancy here. Okay. I was wondering if I was going to have to do something fancy on that first bit. Okay, that one's easy without the berry. Okay. But what do I do after I make it to the platform in the top right? They do, Inevitable. There are a lot of eggs. Let me look at the rest of the level here, too. Okay, so I've got to do a reverse spike jump at the end as well. Those aren't too bad. Okay, we need to be fast enough, but like I said, I didn't think this part would be too bad. We're missing the more normal looking but still hard jump here. Please, yeah, you can't stop, really. Do we need to hop up the wall, or do I need to just do that later? Okay, hopping up the wall doesn't seem particularly good. antivirals. We made it, but slightly too late. We need to make it the first time. That is the idea. We pretty much only knew that Dashless was possible, not how to do it. And I would say we've gotten 2 total hints so far, so we've gotten it mostly blind. Okay, so we're up here. I guess I can spike jump off of that, because it sure doesn't look like I can, but where else can I go? And then the last part just requires one final reverse regular spike jump, so that shouldn't be too hard. It just has to be done after all of this. I don't like that I have to do this jump, whatever is required here, after the initial bit. The initial bit's not too bad, but it's not easy. Is there anything else that would make sense with climbing up these walls? The only other thing is if I could get on the other side of the spikes. Like if I could get high enough to jump to the left side of the highest spike block there, and then we'd clearly have room to jump off of over there. So it's one of those 2 things. But even like jumping off the wall from up here, like we don't have enough horizontal to get to the left side of that, I don't think. Like, I feel like I know... Oh, unless we do a, No, I think the ceiling's too low. I was just, like, picturing if we did our fancy... coffee jump, I guess. If that would give us enough horizontal... I think the ceiling's too low, because I think we would bounce our head on this, this area here above us. If we did a thing where we basically bounced off here, and then like immediately jumped to bounce off of this little quarter here. I guess we will just try this spike jump. Yeah, because even, like, so we did do mostly a full jump there to even reach that far, so the other side does not seem very tenable to me. Not that this does either, mind you, because every other time we've figured out how to jump on spikes, there's been like a gap rather than literally nothing but spikes. So... Slightly airy, but it doesn't seem like enough, but we could still certainly try it. Like, we could count 19 pixels down. Or I guess, did we end up using 18 pixels, actually? Like, it was between 18 and 20 that all worked, but they gave us slightly different horizontal distances. You know, precision gets silly sometimes. Oh, they actually do render the hair sprite low enough that it goes below a platform if there happens to be a platform there that you're, like, overhanging. Even though most of the time that wouldn't be the case. Ha. That one extra hair pixel. Hey there, Howlings. We lost stamina a little faster than I would have expected there. I shouldn't probably jump up the wall, although we get it at least once when we jumped up the right wall. Yeah. I always want to like keep crying even though it's lost. It's lost. It's gonna be a little bit of an easier way for me to do the top bit here. I keep bonking on it essentially. Baths and washcloths. After we got it like really easily one of the times, I thought we'd like just kind of nailed muscle memory and the first part had gotten to the easy part, which would be nice because we still don't know how to do step 2. We know how to do step 3. We'll probably fail a few times before completing step 3, but we know what to do with step 3. So I need to just let go of grip sooner, I think. Maybe. really doesn't seem like we can get enough horizontal distance to get on the left side there. So it still seems like we've got better luck directly jumping into spikes. The floating green diamond is an extra dash. So normally completing this level is designed such that you use extra dashes, and we're trying to not even use the regular dash. That's definitely too early, if that's possible. Alright, let's continue jumping at that exact pixel where it's slightly... We lost stamina way early that time. Greetings, Bahamas. I can't say, I'm afraid. That was, what? 2008 or something? I'm too much of an old man to have ever really had much Club Penguin affiliation, I'm afraid. Okay, so that is possible that we accidentally went too far and messed up our jump. Okay, so our plan is correct, and we know how to beat this. We just need to execute. Is there anywhere I could practice one of those jumps just to get better at it? Anywhere here? Not really. Unless there is... I don't know if we can even make it back over here without dashing. We can. Okay. I mean, there's this, I guess, but that's gonna land me over here. There's not really enough room to practice that there. We can sort of practice it here. Okay, that's not what we want to do. Yeah, okay. That's what we want to do. Okay. We just need to release dash just long enough and then rhythmically get it set right back. Yeah. Okay. We're still probably gonna fail it plenty of times, but that should improve us in the early part a little bit here. I don't actually have like time to think about how I'm executing it, which hurts, but there we go. So if the spike jump above us is as precise as it is, does that mean some of the other ones that seemed frame perfect earlier weren't? Or excuse me, pixel perfect. I still think they were. They just didn't kill us when we failed. They just, you know, didn't work when they failed. Hey, cat guy. Oh, did it right but lost stamina earlier. You don't think any of them are pixel perfect? Even the one in between the spikes up top here? It is confirmed possible, Kedgar. Only on the first chapter, to be clear. I mean, keep in mind, pixels are pretty chunky in this game, so pixel perfect is easier in this game than a lot of games might be. Okay. Oh, we almost did it right. We didn't die on the spike, but we didn't get the jump right. When we get over there, we want to jump up and then zigzag. Almost there. But yeah, you have to do some definite nonsense, Kedgar. We just knew that it was possible and then started trying it and had figured out the majority of it blind. Only dashes, no jumping. I mean, there's no double jump in the game anyway. There's only the regular jump, but yeah, only dashing, no jumps. That seems actually harder. Oh yeah, because you can't refresh your dash. Yeah, this room is probably not possible. Yep, wall jumping off of tiny corners, exactly. That it's understandable that it looked like double jumping, because it's nonsense. Especially the one in the top middle there. Imagine you could make some other arbitrary challenge, like only allowing one... Well, one non-wall jump would be possible, I guess. You're basically just replacing two normal non-wall jumps with dashes, I guess. Dash is its own key, yeah. I didn't believe in myself. Tried to fix it. Yeah, we have not, well, I guess what we can say that we haven't seen any in-game confirmation that sea levels exist. So I don't even know how to get sea levels, to be honest. But as far as the other challenge level stuff we've done, all of the B-sides except the summit and the core, and we've done, what, the first third of chapter 9? Oh, I tried to do Shoreline. I guess I released grab slightly late, probably. Oop. Missed my follow-up jump. With the spikes on both sides, it's even harder to tell if I'm too high or too low. Okay, so we actually want it a little bit shorter, probably, is our spot to aim for. Oh god. That might actually be able to guide me down to it, interestingly, huh? I wonder if that's helpful or harmful. I wasn't actually expecting to hit it, so it threw me off that time. It's hard to say. So you'd fall off and then adjust to the other direction. Which you can do without moving significantly. So you're only moving 0 on pixels. Probably is the easiest way. Maybe not. It's possible I went slightly too far to the right on the fall, but... As in, like, I moved 2 pixels over instead of 1. But if that was 1 over and we needed to go 0, then I don't want to do it that way. We did that 3 times in a row, though, so that's exciting. Yeah, we want to do it this way. Dang. I was like, are we gonna make it 5 in a row? 4 in a row is still a little crazy. Yeah, we need to aim further to the right of those spikes than I had been thinking we had. Okay, a little further left there. Nope. Okay. There are a lot of failure points on this level. Oh, I did it that way again. Yeah, that's when we actually landed at the top pixel, which is where we've generally been wanting to for every other jump like that, but this time we want it to be lower because we need to propel ourselves to the left, not to the right. Gross. So we need to, like, essentially our timing is now, like, off based on everything else we've been doing. Kind of. I'm gonna stretch my wrist for just a moment here. Need to delay a couple frames or something. Or just land our positioning a little bit lower somehow. Missing that one's always the saddest. Certainly got a lot better at the neutral. And there we go. Huzzah! Okay. Well, what other nonsense awaits? Like, I gotta imagine, like, we've kind of gotten past the hardest stuff, but we will see, I guess. Okay, so here we need to go off of that there, and then we'll have a time to rest. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, this rest doesn't go through the rest of the screen. Okay. I don't like our lack of time to rest anyway. This looks terrible. Well, the hair actually goes 2 pixels, the 2 pixels below your feet, not just the one. It kind of looks easier to get up than to get to the right. Oh yeah, we can go up and over this. Okay, okay, okay. And then... And then... And then... So we can do that either way, really. It refreshes our grip if we go over the top, but it is slower. It's about the same difficulty, both are pretty easy. But our positioning, yeah, no, we have to do one less hard jump on the bottom if we go over the top. So we should go over the top. I'm just seeing if we can then clean jump across the top with some nonsense, or if we actually need to jump far enough to the right. Yeah, we just need to do the one we did on the screen we started tonight with, right? Our kind of reverse spike jump. And that probably gives us enough horizontal to get over there. Oh, you can actually go too far on that one. Rude. Okay, jump from here. No, okay. Sometimes it's worth spending a couple lives to see if you can set up an easier jump for the beginning of a thing like this. Slide too low that time. That is unfortunate, Eric, but we'll catch you later. Alright, so that's the plan. Yeah, that actually looks like that should be fine. So just one more fairly hard jump at the end. There we go. Okay. We need to do this without dashing too, huh? Higher up. Jumped too early, right? You're not the only person, Cat Guy. When we streamed this for the first time the other night, there's at least some people that are like, what is going on? It says Deathless and they're dying all the time. Oh, I can land down there. Oh, do I need to? Uh-oh. Maybe. Or do I need to do something extra weird? Like I can climb up the left wall here. Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay. Ooh. I might need to make that. Whew. Like, let's see if we can get any more horizontal here, but it really seems to be about our cusp there. That sends us one extra or one extra block, I guess, rather, to the left. That I feel comfortable making that kind of neutral jump. Is there anything else fancy we can do? No, there's spikes on the top. And I don't see getting on the left side of this moving platform being helpful at all. Hey, Elsic, yes. Is a thing that has been done before. But it is difficult and requires some hot nonsense. Essentially, I had been told that Dashless was possible on Chapter 1, and that was like a year ago or something. And then last stream when we were like, oh, we want to do some Celeste. What do we want to do? Oh, we could try... Oh, do I need to do, like... Oh, what about that? Oh, there's no time. But we could make there be time. I'll try that. Trying to be a little higher when we go off, basically. Can I do it while being pushed? So we do actually have to grab on to trigger it. Not particularly lateral, you just spring up it. Like, well, not even directly. You climb up and then you spring up it. Seems like being fancy here loses us all our horizontal momentum. I'm trying to wait a little bit, but my instinct wants me to hit it immediately. God, it's really hard to fix how my muscle memory wants to treat that. I don't think it's gonna help either, though. Yeah, like that was at least close to what I wanted to do. Don't even get, what if we're this high? Okay. Another random little bit of quality of life. Just get squished out if you're close to the edge rather than just killed. Have I heard of the High Elves? Yes. It's Cantor, welcome to the stream. Yes, there is evidence this is possible. To be clear, it's only the first chapter. You can beat the Chapter 1 A side Dashless. And doing so requires a significant amount of nonsense that we have mostly figured out. But, man, is that a possible grab? Like, we don't have any other real leads here, so I'm gonna try this a few more times. But essentially, I was told at some point, like a year ago, like, just casually, someone mentioned, like, oh, Chapter 1 that you can actually beat without dashing or something, and then when I decided I wanted to play some more Celeste, I was like, oh, okay, we could try that Dashless thing I remember hearing about. It is harder than I expected. Like, that's really close. So it definitely gives me a reason to keep trying that. Okay, if we go much higher, where that's not gonna work. I'm not entirely convinced this is correct, but I tried the seeming other line several times without much luck there either. And this is close enough, it has potential at least. That girl, oh, might be high, sure. She did talk to a lot of seals the other night. Even seals that told her about eggs. Or I guess egg singular. Just egg. Just egg. What else interesting can we do here? Okay, we immediately fall awkwardly off if we release a grip. We don't, like, stay stuck to it. And yeah, we've already tried a variety of things along those lines that we'd lose all of our horizontal momentum. Alright, perfectly safe. There's no reason, like, we slide down, so there's no reason that should give us any extra horizontal momentum, really. Yeah, we just lose more stamina. Barely credit. Like, this screen looks easier to execute than several we've done so far, but we still need to know what to do. Let's see. Is there anything else I can think of to try? Like, this is still the only promising thing here. But it's just, like, it feels like it's more than just, like, a pixel off when we're making these attempts. We can't make that last circle around, can we? Because we can gain extra stamina by falling back down, giving us a little more time. Seems likely, Chrono. I mean, this is a twin stream after all. Yeah, there's no way we can make that last one, right? I mean, we could have done that neutral, right? But, like, there's so much horizontal to gain up at the end there. Hey, Psycho, that would not help. The gap is too far. But the thought did still occur to me, because I'm trying to find all of any of the possibilities here. But even if we climbed a little farther, that's still worse. And we don't have any grip strength left, so... This one, you say. So yeah, there still only seems to be two possible ways to do it, and neither of them seem to be working for us. Game's gotta have useless crouch animations, because how else am I supposed to tap along to the music? Do a 0 pixel turnaround with crouch, that's true. Yeah, just flip gravity. Call Captain Viridian in for some help. That would make things easier. Agreed. Let's see. I guess I will ask if I can make this jump here. Can we make that jump? That is an actual question I will ask. Yes. Okay then. Miserable. Hi, Fuxi. can't really think of anything special I can try as far as attempting the jump in a different way. I mean, I would define those as the same thing, but I guess by mechanics you were referring to execution, Tubular. Well, the game mechanics thing, like, if you needed to learn a new mechanic, then that would be a how do I do this problem. That would be synonymous, I would say. Like, when we had to learn the coffee jump, and when we had to learn the spike jump and the spike hop. Like, all of those were new mechanics we had to learn in order to progress, because we did not know how to progress otherwise. I guess I will give a follow-up question. Do we need to do anything else with the left moving block here, other than just climbing to the top? So we don't just try that for a million years with no chance of ever making it. You can beat the first chapter without dashing, Psycho. Like, none of these have looked particularly close. There's no, like, immediately easy place to test that or something. I did not assume so. Oh, the only other thing that comes to mind is if there's not a solid seal between the moving block and the wall that it's next to. That would be some hot nonsense, but it's probably not the case. Especially given where our stamina situation lies. But like, if we could like essentially jump into that corner and that gives us, like, shoots us out underneath it that we could then go up and grab it, that seems super unlikely. Hey, Miracle Blade Kata. You can. We've already done about 8 screens that seemed very impossible dashless. So what's one more? Right? Oh. Do we really have to do something like that. Like, because that doesn't burn stamina, but is there some way we can gain height with a wall jump if we, like, awkwardly grab sometimes? Because otherwise it just ends up doing that. Like, there's no real in between, is there? Well, there sort of is. Yeah, there sort of is. So if we, like, if we do a wall hop right after a grabby wall hop, then it is shallow and actually gains us height, but doesn't burn as much stamina? So we do that, and then that. Yeah. Like, huh. That still doesn't really help us grab onto the other moving block, but it would give us enough stamina to actually stay held onto that moving block when we get there. So that sounds pretty important. How would you do this grabless? Because you would have your dash back, but you can't trigger, well, as far as I know, you can't trigger these without grabbing. Just pressing into them doesn't trigger them. Oops. You could do a super dash, whatever the hell it's called, and probably super dash into the spring and actually make it all the way to the right side of the screen. If you had a dash, that's probably how you could do. Well, then you would still need to grab, right? On the right side. And if you're saying grabless doesn't mean not pressing the grab button, then it seems like a really weird definition to me. Because I would, like, when you say grabless, to me, that makes it very clear that you can't grab onto walls. Like, you could, so, like, you couldn't trigger this because you can't press the grab button. But you could still, for example, slide down it by pushing into it. Slowly-ish. If you could still trigger this like that by having a grab button, then that would seem a lot more possible. I tried some of that Psycho Indian, and I've been relatively assured by chat that I don't need to do that. Why am I landing so low now? How do I recreate those small wall hops I was doing? That don't seem to want to happen anymore. Like, I thought I knew how to do them consistently, and then they're not doing them most of the time. We did, like, one there. Like, I thought whenever I did a, like, hug the wall jump, if I did one immediately afterwards, it would be the other type. But that is not the case. No other good wall to practice any of that on either. Okay. Oh wait, we can actually see, oh no we can't because we haven't picked up any strawberries. I'm like trying to remember, like, how many screens have we got? We don't have many screens left. Trying to guess if this is the last hard screen or if there's like up to 2 more after this, potentially. Hey Templar. Yeah, I mean we resumed from last time. We've done, what, 3 new hard screens? And we've had 1 relevant tint on the screen we started on tonight that we ended on last time. And 1 relevant hint on this screen. Otherwise blind. It is, Zapper. It is. I don't like this room. There is like a little doggo face and the snow right next to me here. So this room does have that going for it. But yeah, I have not seen any videos at all, Timbler. Like, there's definitely a few times where it's like, well, that looks impossible, but this is possible, therefore I guess I'll try it until, oh, it works, okay. That's definitely a relevant part of succeeding in this challenge, blind. But let's take ourselves a break. Take a moment, stretch out, relax the wrist for a moment, grab a fresh beverage, all of that jazz, and we'll see y'all back in just a couple minutes, huh? That seems reasonable, Psycho. Pause! I'm pressing the pause button, the mute button, rather. Alrighty, we are back. I guess we'll give it a few more tries here. Can't do it indefinitely, though. My wrists will be destroyed. So we'll have to segue over to something a little chiller in a little while here. How do I do that kind of jump consistently? I might have a dev key for that one. I don't remember, Zephyr. Did it come out like, I want to say like 5 days ago or something? Hey, Trout Stuffing. When you start blinking red, you're running out of stamina, so you don't have any wall, like much time left to continue gripping the wall. When you run out entirely, you'll just start slipping off, won't be able to climb up the walls anymore. Tried to like actively just kind of push the buttons in a way that I wouldn't naturally. Oops. So is getting that weird half hug jump like actually really precise then? Is any sort of rhythmic oddness I attempt on it does not do the job at all. And just even hitting jump really fast afterwards doesn't work either. Which is what I originally thought it was. Yeah, that. So we can do it without doing a normal hug jump first. Which at this point we're now assuming, but there is confirmation anyway. Do I have to, like, press down or something that, like, I don't do intentionally but might have accidentally or something? I'm starting to think down and up matter since nothing else seems to be consistent. Hey, Porius, we're doing it dashless is what you're missing. So normally you could, I could just get over there by doing this and then dashing to the other one. That's how you're intended to do it. But we're instead trying to beat it without dashing at all, which requires doing some sort of hot nonsense. Well, we did it like we did it like 5 times there. Okay, we didn't press down, but we were holding up and to the right. Do we have to, like, move up a little bit first? Like, if we just climb up the wall slightly and then do the jump? It still kind of defaults to that. But yeah, it's a basically extra weird little challenge thing, Porius. Like, you can beat Chapter 1 without ever dashing. And it requires some weird, basically, like, some weird frame perfect, or excuse me, pixel perfect jumps, where you're kind of like jumping off of spikes almost, and things like that. And we've figured out most of it so far. Okay, I think it's if I, fall? No, maybe not. Maybe? Maybe. Wait, can I keep doing that with no stamina? Oh, okay, there we go. There's a revelation. Look at that, you can do it with no stamina. Alright, there's some spicy hot tech right there. I still don't know exactly how that helps our current situation. It helps the second part of our situation. Well, neutral jump defines a lot of things, and what we've been doing in defining as neutral jump before was still not possible when we ran out of stamina. Hey there, Dave. Alright, so there's like the 5th brand new mechanic we've had to learn for this so far. It depends on how specific you're being, I suppose. But maybe 4th. Maybe 4th. 4th or 5th, anyway. There's a golden berry for it, Elstic. Yeah, they have golden berries for several of the nonsense challenges, like beating levels deathless and stuff. All right. So, yeah, that solves problem B, but we still don't know how to solve problem A. Yeah, and we can recover even. Oh, sort of. Not trivially, but... It's very hard to still use that without running out of stamina by the time we're up here. That's what we're trying to do, but even then we still have the same problem, of actually getting to that other moving block up there. Yeah, because if I have stamina, it wants to do the wall hug. At least the way I mean, we know we have done it before without running out of stamina. But the way that I'm doing it with any reliability requires us to not have stamina. Because if we have stamina, then we just hug the wall and jump up it like normal. Let's think how we can alter our fingers. I wait longer before jumping after releasing ground. I mean, we've already done plenty of that, to be like, both considering it and testing rhythmically, like, the same finger motions will make me neutral jump with no stamina, that will make me do this sort of jump with stamina. And then doing the same approximate thing works sometimes with even with stamina, but most of the time does not. I mean, I've never pressed down, so that's not required. It almost feels like it is, even though it's obviously not. It's really hard to try to release grab for that long. And yeah, because it just does that if I try to release it for a long time. Oh, I would have to release right as well at the correct time. Okay. but then immediately press it again. Uh-oh, lost it. Okay. I did several of them there. None of this is actually helping me get to the second platform as far as I'm concerned, though. It's mostly only seems actually necessary, strictly, after we make it up there to stay on it, but it's probably better to use it to conserve stamina instead. Either way might be possible. Oh no, but then you wouldn't have enough upward momentum if you were bouncing off of, yeah, so you do need to conserve stamina. But ultimately I'd still need to make my jump. Yuck. This is probably my least favorite screen so far. Is there any further special trick to grabbing on the right block? Or do I just need to somehow jump like normally off the wall at the exact right spot? I mean, I do and I don't, I guess, Sapper. Like, I don't see I'm supposed to grab onto that at all. If we get close. Can I technically do that without grabbing, or does the grab actually work when we have no stamina? The grab seems to actually do something when we have no stamina. Like, I'd been hitting it this whole time, but I hadn't, like, specifically tested. So if that was part of it, yeah, no, we actually still need to grab even when we have no stamina. How weird. So that's, grabless is stamina-less, actually, right? Which is a huge difference. Yeah, why wouldn't they just call that stamina-less, then? It seems to be what it actually is. Like, you could touch walls, but like you would just like slide down them automatically like that. Like, that happens without pressing grab. So you can still do something along those lines, or like if we were already up here, you could like yeah, that's how you would slide down without a grab. But you couldn't activate these without at least a technical grab. But if you had no stamina, you could absolutely activate these and just slide down and... There are things that could be done. No timing makes sense for full stamina neutrals, yeah. I mean, it's hard enough with the no stamina, because like it feels like I'm doing the same thing every time, and then we just sometimes lose it. Sometimes we have it just going for a long time, just fine. Like it feels like I'm doing the exact same thing every time. Hey, G-Volt. It's very hard, and it's only possible for the first chapter. But it requires, well, you just saw one of the bits of nonsense. It requires some nonsense, like, on that level. So, there we go. The timing is so hard to keep, even without stamina. It feels like just completely random and arbitrary if I get it with any stamina. Like I can't see what I can do differently. Of course, again, none of this actually helps us with part A. This only helps us with part B. Yeah, that just, like, it behaves the same if I try to, like, space it, like, very intentionally, like, very differently. Like, it just works, you know, 10% of the time when I'm just trying to, do it. Yeah, so we got 1 out of, like, 4 there. I mean, should we be trying to find other ways to get up there, though? Since that's still a problem we don't have an answer to. Instead of perfecting the problem we do have an answer to, but are really bad at executing that answer. No. You can't, Chthonic. I'm doing the same thing! Obviously I'm not, but good god, it feels so similar. Feels exactly the same. That you could potentially do, but I've tried that a lot with with garbage momentum, and people that know how to do it have also said, like, the way that I'm trying it is is approximately the correct way. Like, we can make this jump here, we can make that. We've been explicitly told that. there, Xenon. Do I need to, like, roll my, up and, right more? Is that, something I'm not doing? Oh, first time watching this game? Well, this is one of the easier levels, but we're doing it in a way that's, technically possible, but is nonsense and most people won't realize is possible. Hey there, Glacier. Left side we can't, do anything with. There's not, enough. See, we can get up to here, but, like, if you look at the top there, we can't, loop around that top bit there. That would be the Super Mario Maker strat, probably, Kathana. Although I guess this is too high for us to actually throw. No, we could probably throw the spring up there if it was Super Mario Maker. But yes, don't let the nonsense I'm attempting dissuade you from the game if you haven't played it before. This game actually has a very good difficulty curve that it's, you know, it usually maintains, like, it's hard, but like it's very gradually getting harder in a way that tends to make it feel very doable, and you can pull off lots of cool stuff. Try to, like, forcibly change the muscle memory to behave something different. That was somewhat better, maybe. I wasn't even, like, pressing the keys from a normal angle for that anymore. I'm trying to roll up and to right rather than press up and right at the same time. Yep. You're right, Xenon. It's pretty much. I mean, we've already learned like 2 other frame perfect tricks, so. Excuse me, pixel perfect. They're probably not frame perfect. I don't actually know exactly how precise they are, but I don't think they're also frame perfect. I think we've got a couple frames of leeway for most of them, but we've done some that were pixel perfect. Anyway, we probably had more than 1/60th of a second to execute them, though. I don't know. Certainly doesn't feel like I can make that jump at this point. The snow pixels on the wall are different. Interesting. And it's not just the, like, continuous animation effect, like that you were just looking at a freeze frame of it, is it? Because if you froze this at certain frames, there would be extra, like, snow pixels in the right side, for example, but... Hey, Carissa. Yeah, this room can go to hell. We've been hinted towards learning one new tech, which would allow us to retain our stamina if we were able to execute it consistently, but, good god, executing it consistently is a nightmare. But we still don't know how to do part A, which is actually to get onto the rightmost platform. Oh, I hate this room so much more than that, Carissa. Oh, there's a couple things that are pixel perfect though, right? Like if you send me a screenshot of the one you're talking about, I would I don't know specifically what room you're talking about, but that's curious, Zapper. Oh, yeah, you're talking about the room that you need to make it onto the falling stone slab, like the collapsing stone slab in the middle right of the screen. Because if you're talking about that one I would say was not pixel perfect. That was too reliable at that screen. And knowing what to do on that screen is not easy, figuring out what to do, but once you know the requirement, that screen was actually one of the easier, the easiest hard screen probably. But I think Carissa's talking about a different one. But yeah, I'm probably not gonna remember without a screenshot. Or is it the one, you need to jump off the wall and then get on a platform top left and then do the spike jump you're talking about? If so, I remember that and was fairly confident it was pixel perfect, but I guess if it was 2 pixels, I wouldn't be too surprised. It felt like I only had 1 pixel that actually made the jump, far enough, though. I mean, we've learned that trick that I just showed for this room with some hinting, but that's not enough. It feels like I need to learn yet another trick in this room, which is a nightmare, so... This is so hard to do consistently. Even without stamina, it's so hard. And with stamina, it's a damn nightmare. You said there's no special trick to actually get onto that right-moving platform? Because if that is the case, then pretty precise does not seem accurate of a description. It would have to be pixel perfect at that point, I imagine. Because we have failed that entirely too many times at this point. Like, I would have expected to have made it multiple times by now if it was pixel perfect, based on our past level challenges. Yeah, I figured Zapper, but I have no way to actually line anything up here, because, like, I don't have any time to position. It's not like, the coffee jump screen or whatever that we were able to line up at forget if we actually, I think we used 18 pixels. Yeah, I think we ended up using 18 pixel down for that screen, but I was able to line that up very precisely on that screen, and I was able to practice on the left side of the screen, bring it into Photoshop, count the pixels, know exactly where I need to jump on the right side, and then do it many times until I was finally able to execute it. But that worked. We can't do that here. Yeah, that makes sense, Zapper. Yeah, it's unfortunate that I can't, like, exit out and practice elsewhere. Although I guess we probably already technically lost the berry anyway, so doing so wouldn't actually be that big of a deal. If we wanted to. I actually enjoyed it quite a bit up until this room, Carissa. Like, the other challenges were pretty interesting to, like, figure out the tech for, and, like, while a lot of them were hard to execute, they weren't miserable. This room is miserable. But yeah, I have liked it up until this room. Yeah, good God, getting all of this golden strawberries is, getting any golden strawberries is already pretty much nonsense. Oh, you think so, Templar? I mean, we could check the VODs. It would not be tonight's stream, it'd be last stream. Probably somewhere about an hour and a half before the end of stream. Like, I think it was a little after a break.
Here's some gold. Go visit the medic and the weapons trainer, and then move out.
Cheers, not a meth addict. Been a minute indeed. Thank you kindly for the bits, and good to see you again. You're talking about the Deathless, Carissa? Yeah. And even like 1B Deathless would, assuming that also has a berry. I don't know exactly where all the golden strawberries are, but, yeah, Khadgar, golden strawberries are various challenge runs, so there's one for doing this Dashless, there's, I think, one for every level beating it Deathless. I mean, probably at some point, Templar. 2B is easier than 1B. Interesting. Interesting. Templar. I mean, I've seen enough speed tech in my day that I won't be that surprised. Like, I mean, I already know about the existence. Well, not that it's helpful for this specific run, but I know about the existence about the super dash, for example. Even though I don't actually know how to execute it, but I could probably figure it out if I tried a few times. Hey, Velikaya. So I feel like that reaction video would probably be disappointing. Did I do more style than just the coffee jump? It's possible. That was the only thing that felt like it was out of the ordinary. Well, even then it didn't really feel out of the ordinary. I was told it was out of the ordinary, I guess. The screen is definitely sapping my motivation on this. I've only got like 35 or something like that, Mathematic. I will never be a teach at this game, I'm afraid. Like, we haven't done any seasides, and technically I don't even know how to get to them, but I'm not that concerned if anyone, like, mentions that or whatever. I've gotten most of the crystal hearts, maybe all of the A-side crystal hearts. I don't actually remember if we did. I think we got all the A-side crystal hearts. We got all the normal berries. We've done all the B-sides except Summit and Core. And we've done, like, 1/3 of Revelation in Chapter 9. Yeah, go ahead, Zapper. I am pretty fine with suggestions on this level now. I'm also trying to remember, like, I think we needed help on the Super Mario 3 Crystal Heart. That game, like, that mechanic from that game was never ingrained in my, like, mind enough that it ever would have occurred to me. That, as far as I can tell, that doesn't work, Carissa, but horrifying if it does, because I actively tested to make sure, and it didn't work to do the neutral jumps without ever pressing grab. So you're saying I need to not press right. It seemed like it didn't work. Like it basically the way that I've been doing it is I figured out that we need to release right and release grab to do our neutral jump, but then it felt like I needed to immediately press up and right again after the jump to finish executing the neutral jump that we actually gained altitude. Oh, which is what you're saying. Okay. So that isn't any different than what I've been doing. Don't need to press up. Does that change anything? It means I don't need to worry about the timing between up and right, I guess. Because that was one theory that seemed to be helping. I guess it was delaying my right press is probably what it was doing. I mean, I can try without grabbing again. So I'm still like I mean, my muscle memory has been trained for the like last hour here. Yeah, indeed, Carissa. I mean, we learned what we were calling a neutral jump earlier in order to, I mean, well, we knew, like, kind of how to do it, but we learned how to do it more consistently. What we were calling a neutral jump in, what, the 2 hard rooms before this or something? The one that we have a pixel-perfect jump that we are directly jumping into spikes. Like, not the usual little gap, just directly into spikes. But we had a nice previous room we could practice that, but that was a very different neutral jump than this neutral jump. Yeah, same basic idea as ever. Oh hell. Alright. Yeah, we can do that without grabbing. We really tried repeatedly to do that with no grabbing, and I decided that you needed to grab to make that work. But, fair enough. Fair enough. How's it going, Morag? Thank you kindly for the raid, sir. How's it going, Miss Aurelia? We are currently trying to figure out how to beat the first chapter of Celeste without ever using a dash. Which requires some, like, weird pixel-perfect tricks and stuff, and we don't know what we're doing, but we've, managed to, figure out, most things so far. Hey there, Happy Kitty. This room is a bloody nightmare, though, and, I don't like it. So I'm gonna do... We're figuring out how to jump on a wall without using stamina, which, if you played the game normally, doesn't seem like a thing that exists, but it turns out it does. That's really like the whole summary of this entire run, this Dashless run. We've learned like 5 new techs, like 5 new mechanics that we didn't know existed. Alright, well, timing that's probably easier if I don't need to grab. Yeah, indeed, Carissa. So, this is also miserable because I have to do those neutral jumps where we don't eat up our stamina to get up the right side cleanly without burning all our stamina. And then we also need to make like a pixel perfect jump to grab onto that little spiky block on the right side afterwards. I don't think so. There's not really much we can do over here, Valak. Oh, that's kind of neat, Morang. Glass cannon mode, so like that's cool that you can have an easy plus hard mode on simultaneously. Hey there, Red. Oh, is there more? I thought the top was easy. I'm gonna go look at the top real quick. But yeah, Celeste is quite good. Okay, so we've got that. What I'm seeing looks easy. But yeah, we should look at that some more. All of that looks easy. What am I missing? So we spring up there. Hey, Frost Plays. Morag's name does indeed grow. To Buffer used to be animated with better Twitch TV too. Yes, there you go. The last jump is hard? I'm horrified that people are saying that last jump is hard because it looks easy. That means it's very scary. Cause like you've got plenty of room to get a little coyote time, and like it's... Well, it just doesn't look like there's anything to it. Like there's no spikes or anything, it's just... I don't understand why it's hard, and that's what's frightening me. Welcome back, Formal. We, have learned some of what we were doing wrong. Deathless plus Dashless? Sure, why not? I mean, if you're Dashless speedrunning it, then that's what you're doing. need putt climbs, man. I mean, I'm not even that good at putt saves the zoo anymore. Like, that's a young kid's game at this point. I can't compete. My PB at that was like 47 seconds, and it's below 40 seconds now. It's like well below 40 seconds. I don't actually remember just how low it is, but some ludicrously low number. I mean, we could do one of those jumps first to give us a little more practice room here. I mean, I guess on the plus side, when we get back to the rest of the B-sides in Chapter 9, they will look comparatively easier than they did otherwise. I should, once I'm near the top, I've conserved enough stamina. I mean, honestly, like, we know the idea is that we just need a precise pixel, so I would be fine if someone gave me an indicator of, like, how many pixels down we're looking at here. Since we don't have it, like, if we found somewhere else to practice, we could figure it out ourselves. But we don't have anywhere to practice, so we can't figure it out ourselves like we did with the coffee jump. Where we found out the precise spot. Well, it worked between 18 and 20 pixels down when we were doing that, but it only worked properly, fully at 18 pixels down. So, you know, like I said, this challenge has some nonsense, for sure. Yes, Carissa, yep. That is called Coyote Time in platformers. The brief window after you, so like if I'm running off this platform to the left, I can still jump like right after I get off of the platform. But yeah, it is dubbed Coyote Time, and it's a good mechanic that makes platformers feel better to play. Because it avoids the, like, oh, I jumped! Like where it really feels like you jumped in time, but the game doesn't register it, it just feels bad. So you want to give the player a couple of frames after they leave the platform that it still registers. Well, the way I did the coffee jump involved me doing a wall jump and then the oh god, I did a hugging the wall upward jump and then immediately afterwards did the jump off the wall into the jump off the wall. So that's why it was 18 pixels down for me. Yeah, 8 pixels, Carissa, for a block. Well, 8 pixels to what, Templar? 8 pixels down to hands, because I was also using hair. So it would have been just a 1 space gap on the hair, probably. Yeah, Vel, feel free. We still need to neutral jump this well enough. Okay. Now, Zapper was saying the pixels actually look different on something. Okay, those pixels look the same as what we're doing. So we want 1 pixel between us and the little extended bit of snow line. Okay. Thank you for that. Yeah, that sounds right, Valka. I mean, the fact I haven't, like, hit it accidentally over the, like, I don't know, 100 times we've tried it. Oh, really, Carissa? Yeah, they did the fun bit of hiding crazy speed tech in plain sight. Because, I mean, like, some of the dev team, I know at least Kevin of Power Up Audio was doing a lot of speedrunning of the game. Like, well, even frickin' the Pico 8 game. Like, yeah, at STDQ 2016? 2016 or 2015, Kevin actually got a lot of us together in the, casual computer area, and we all, like, blind speed raced the original Pico 8 Celeste. But they were very into the speedrunning of the... Wait, should I not be using my stamina to climb up that? Can we neutral jump off of this too? I guess we could, huh? Finding ways to make them intended later. Yep, exactly. Nada. We haven't even played Princess Maker 2 on stream. Hey, come on, regain our mojo. Yeah, I don't think I've seen any other of this team wandering around Twitch. But yeah, they might just not be as known or open about it. I probably wouldn't do full runs of this, but I might do like chapter runs or something. When I like was really into Super Meat Boy, I like doing individual level runs of that quite a bit. And yeah, like there's lots of different ways to speedrun. You don't need to be like competing at a top level to still have fun speedrunning a game, and like you don't need to be like, well, if I've got a death, better reset and start over from the beginning and then never complete a run. Like, I don't think that's the way to do it. Like Shovel Knight comes to mind as a good example, because like I speedran that a bit, and like that was nicely adaptable. I could be like, okay, like, I am not good enough to do the full high-level strat, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use, like, relics that are a little bit easier to execute. Like, I was using, like, a Chaos Orb, I think is the one I was using mostly for defeating bosses relatively quickly. And I would take some time to get just a little bit of gold to go buy, like, 2 extra health instead of no extra health. Like, that would only take like a minute and a half or something of like an hour-long run, and that 2 extra health meant I died significantly less, so it saved way more time than that. So yeah, you can absolutely like adapt and make it your own thing, you know? Yeah, I mean, well, it's like easy to kind of get in that mindset where it's like, well, either I have to be like competing if I'm bothering to do this, or things along those lines where it's like, well, like I can't be that good, so why even try? But it can still be a lot of fun to try to improve on your own times and stuff too. Whoa, that actually worked. Interesting. I thought the fact I jumped up would have nullified that. But like it felt like I knew exactly what to do. You know, release right, jump, hold right again, which is what you do, but my tempo on it has vanished the last couple tries there. I can't do it anymore. It's just gone. I mean, it mostly is Tiplar, but... for my wrists, if nothing else. But I want it, like, now that we, like, have everything, oh, see, now I'm getting back, like, the old muscle memory kicked in. I started, tapping Graham. I haven't done one. I haven't done one in the last, like, 8 minutes or something. What is happening? Hey, Papalonius. Beltless Factorio was easier. I've done Beltless Factorio, Carissa, yeah. It was neat. We did figure out, I mean, we figured out brand new things about the game as well. Hey, Pseudo Boson. Water trainless Factorio. You mean like normal, sane Factorio? Is that what you mean, Red? Yeah, people have done challenges like that, Carissa. Yeah, you just have to use belts to move yourself around. You need to start next to stuff. I don't actually know. Like, Velk probably knows more than I do on that. I don't know exactly how it starts off. I don't understand. I can't do it anymore. It's like it doesn't. It's like the neutral jump doesn't exist anymore. I can do that one every time. I can do that one like reliably, but I can't do this anymore. Why? Like that. That's no problem. But anywhere else, I can't do it anymore. What is happening? There we go. Nope. Then it's only sadness, of course. But yeah, you can check the VODs that I linked up a minute ago if you want to check out our beltless run. But we figured out that inserters behave differently depending, like, if they're on the edge of a chunk of the map versus not on the edge of a chunk of a map. And that was very relevant to our beltless playthrough of Factorio. We figured out that cars are like 2.5 blocks long and like 1.5 blocks tall approximately. And we could use that inconsistency to do things, and it was weird. We had the Glock clock required a belt to play. That was a different run, but I do love the Glock clock. Yeah, you can't cross inserters. You gotta figure out other ways to handle things. Well, you can a little bit with long-handled inserters, but not super easily. It's still awkward, like there's a parity issue a lot of times. Because once you've got an inserter line on like AB, AB, AB to like pass stuff around, you can't like change that parity without using a car. We needed cars to change parity. So there was lots of weird tech we used in that run too. And we started with an idea for like a contained, like a bunch of individual contained train systems, but like we kind of ran out of room to do that, so we ended up with like the spiciest hot spaghetti train system you have probably ever seen in that game. But yeah, the Glock Clock was when we were doing mixed ore. That was to like release ore from the smelters or the miners like in like regular slow intervals and stuff, and it didn't really work, but it was still amazing, and it has a great name. The Glock Clock, for anyone unfamiliar, that's when we put a single gun on a conveyor belt loop that would just slowly loop around, and there would be a sensor that whenever it passed by the sensor, like that would activate something else. So it was just a regular like timer clock run by a gun. That's true, Malachi. But does that just mean you're not getting enough oil? No, it doesn't, because that amount of oil is ludicrous. But we can pretend it's because you're not getting enough oil to use all of your accidentally made pump jacks. I have, definitely not done Factorio to the rockets per second, or rockets per minute, even, level. And doubt I ever will. Usually my interest in the game finally like wanes in a run by that point, but I mean there are some votes for Factorio on the last supporter poll. We might yet revisit Factorio again. Probably do like, I don't know, some of the Bob's Angels stuff for the first time or something. Whatever in that realm seems appropriate. Appropriately challenging, but still fun. No, I needed to release. I haven't played Slime Rancher. I don't really expect I would like it that much. Like, it's a game pretty designed around grinding, which is a type of gameplay that I don't really enjoy like nearly as much as most people do. But I would still be willing to try it at some point. Just has not been a priority with all the other games that I would expect to like more out. I did Dota 2, yeah. That one I got on my own. I did it with an extra jump, apparently. Is that the sound of Obiet? No, that's the sound of TwingeBot dying. TwingeBot. Poor TwingeBot. How long have we been stuck on the screen? I don't know, like 2 hours or something? This room is so much worse than Coffee and Jam. Screw this room. This is definitely the worst room in this challenge. But, I mean, we did get the, tip that, you can move through spikes the wrong direction, which is technically something we already knew, but weren't specifically applying to that situation. It just meant that, like, of the, like, 3 possible ways we could approach the problem, we could ignore one of them. So we didn't need to waste time on that, and we'd try to figure out other things. Well, the spike jumps are way easier than the jump onto this platform up here, is what I'm saying. Like, neutral jumps are already hard, but you gotta do the neutral jumps into an awkward pixel-perfect jump that seems harder than either the coffee jump or the spike jumps to me. Like, the spike jumps I could get like 30-40%, probably, something around there. And so far we're like 0 for, well, like with actually knowing the position we're like 0 for 7 or something. But overall we're like 0 for 70. Probably more like 50. Like, we have not come close. Well, I mean, I guess we've probably come close. It hasn't felt like we've come close even once. No, that was right. And then I slid down. Yeah, I only heard the term coffee jump from people in chat, Zapper, but... Yeah, it's probably easier to line up the hand foot, because the hair has the, like, I'm lining it off of a very faint, like, hard-to-see pixel. So, bottom of the hand above the bottom triple prong. Right there. That just looks so wrong, like we're just bonking our head hard there. Was I? Yes. Yes, I was. That would explain why it looked way too high. It's because it was way too high. Fancy how that works, I guess, huh? What? I guess I hit it slightly early. Okay. What? What? What is happening? What is happening? That's always so jarring when you're like doing an extra hard challenge and then like the basic things just suddenly stop working multiple times in a row. Suggested to bind 2 jump keys. Ha! Sure. It wasn't too hard to get with just tapping jump rapidly twice, but, well, 3 times, I guess, for me. But I could see that being easier. That hates the coffee jump. Well, I mean, I like that I was able to figure out a way to do it myself. And I would have probably never, I would have never figured this jump out. Like, I would not have figured this out unassisted. But yeah, if you have the link, I think Zapper was interested. I don't know if Zapper found an example of that jump yet. Well, the neutral's kind of hard, but then you have the pixel perfect at the top that I still don't really understand on top of that. But yeah, I never would have figured out the neutral jump, and I wouldn't have been able to figure out the positioning at the top. And it looks like impossible enough that I wouldn't have been confident I could have even made it. I would have spent a lot of time continuing to try weird stuff like this, like seeing if I could get like a weird other boost pattern or things like that. So there's lots of things I would have been less sure on. Like the coffee jump, I would have tried the first thing I was trying for like another 10 minutes or something unassisted. But I would have eventually tried what I tried to figure out, what eventually led me to figuring out the actual technique. Kinda Zepper? Yeah, I'm actually curious why it's called a coffee jump too, but... It doesn't work! It was bottom of the hand, right? Yeah, bottom of the hand. Or foot at the very bottom. It's also an easier thing to see. Thought I was close enough to the wall to attempt, and I just barely wasn't. Sleep well, Glacier. God darn it! I feel like we're close enough that I don't really want to give up on it right now. I see, Dada. I figured this had to at least be the last hard screen. I didn't remember if there was any other screens after it. I'm still terrified about the top, which looks completely trivial, but people said they had trouble with, so that is like this impending dread in the back of my mind as well. Hey, they're legitimate, whatever. It looks trivial. It looks completely trivial, and that's what's frightening me the most about it. Like, I could look at it again, but... If Alex thinking it's easy with Coyote time. Come on! This is much harder than any of the other ones we've done. Like, even the hardest spike jump, like, took us a little while to get into it, but we were able to do it like 50% after that. And I think that was really only like 10 tries or something before we got it the first time. Try to do weird different things because what I'm doing isn't working. Convenient that Celeste's music is so good. This is actually my second favorite song in the game. What else can I do? Turn around slightly earlier? It felt like, if anything, I was turning around too soon because we weren't getting far enough to the left. Yeah, like, it mostly has looked like we have not made it far enough to the left, so that's, But they look the same! That wasn't far enough. Oh, God. Yeah, I was, like, judging off of that. I was like, well, I guess my eyes are just lying to me, or the game is. Exactly, Zappa. Exactly. I'm not saying bagel. I'm saying bagel. I hate you to hex. It is rude. We're almost there. Damn. I should make that a command for TwitchBot. We need an exclamation mark, bagel. Clearly. But if anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, I think it's still the, yeah, it should be the most recent, or at least one of the most recent videos on the YouTube channel. Do you have to unlock the berries? Yeah, I have no idea about... But I am not too concerned about it. But yeah, that video right there is the best thing to come from last stage EDQ, clearly. I don't know what else I can do on this jump. Like, I don't see anything I can do differently. I would definitely be thinking this is, well... I guess I technically wouldn't be thinking it's impossible on my own because I wouldn't know my pixel was right, but I know my pixel's right, and it's still not working. It's pretty rare I like take pictures of or like record things like that Bagel conversation, so I was happy that I had the idea to do that. That was well worth it. What else can I do? As far as I know, Tina, it's just a precise jump from that exact pixel to then be able to grab the very bottom left corner of that spiked block in the top right. So just a precise wall jump that you turn around at just the right time. What I'm doing doesn't look like it's working whatsoever. Well, the coffee jump's completely different. Like, it's a... Like, that, is, like, all about getting 2 jumps in a row. Like, you need the right positioning, although the positioning's more flexible in the coffee jump. Because there's, like, multiple pixels that work, not just one pixel that works. Like, that one was way easier. Yeah, I know I could have Templar, but I'm saying it was easier with the extra jump than this is without anything extra. Well, I didn't know exactly what I was getting myself into, Tina. I just knew, like, someone had mentioned, I don't know, a year ago, like, oh, it's possible to beat Chapter 1 without ever using any dashes. And, last night, it's like, yeah, you know what, let's play a little Celeste. I don't know what we want to do in Celeste, though. Let's see, do we want to, like, try to speedrun a level? Like, do we want to finish up, our B-side summit, or, work on, Chapter 9 some more? Wait, I remember that Dashless thing. Let's see about that Dashless thing. Let's see if we can do that. So, I'd never seen it done, or, knew the tech, or anything. And we just tried it and have mostly found our way through. We would not have figured out the neutral jump blind, so we did need that assistance. And then we got, I would say, like, 2 other moderate hints that were less significant than that. Like, I still figured out the mechanics on my own, but I just got a little narrowed down on what my focus needed to be. So I haven't even completed the B-sides yet, and I'm trying this, so you know. In, I guess typical Twitch fashion, we, do things our own way. Yeah, this level's terrible, and you know, whatever. Hey, Benjamin. Benjaminian. See, I disagree, Benjaminian. The screen is the least fun. This is Well, no, it's not the least fun screen in all of Celeste. What was that? That was like... I want to say it was like... that I've done so far anyway, like chapter 6 B-side? I assume by first try they meant like on that run. Oh crap. But I haven't done any of the seasides, so I don't know how much I would find them miserable or not. This jump is impossible! Oh my god, we did it, but we didn't have any stamina left! No! No. We weren't flashing until we made it up there. My voice is now permanently high-pitched. How's it going, Demonius? Well, it would almost be more comforting to know that there is a coordinated conspiracy to lie to me in chat about it being possible than to us to have finally made it after that many tries. I would like a bagel, please, yes. Definitely the most amazing part about that was, like, just repeatedly, anytime we'd, like, if Krubel could say, ladle, bagel, and they would sound, like, exactly the same to him, and we're like, what is happening? Hey, love him. But, like, it's gonna take me approximately as long on average to do it again. I feel like I don't feel like I learned anything. Like, oh, well, now that I made it, I know how to do it reliably or anything. Like, no. I got nothing. There's no information gained other than we are technically physically capable of doing it. Okay, I'm gonna fall, even though we're not out of stamina yet. Feel like we've exhausted enough. I don't want to risk it. Well, I mean, that's the problem, Benjaminian. Like, is assumedly somewhere between a 2 and 4 frame window of when you can turn around and still grab it. That would be my guess. Please. mean, how tight are the spike jumps? Because those are so easy in comparison to this. Spike jumps are pretty free, so they're just like. You say that, Tina, but you are far more skilled than you give yourself credit for. You spend too much time hanging out with, like, speedrun gods, and that you don't realize that you're a speedrun demigod. Oh god, I didn't do it right. I jumped early. God bless it. Well, either spike jump, honestly. Like, both were actually pretty easy compared to this. Could have saved it by going back onto the wall. Yeah, I'm never doing that. Once I'm grabbed onto that block, I'm holding it until I'm dead. There's no going back down. Well more than 40 minutes later, to be like... No. Oh no, we're about 3.5 hours into this? Or 3? I mean, the first neutral jump's especially hard because you have to go far enough to the right that you actually get to the wall and then immediately stop holding right at the right point and then get your meter correct. So that's why I kept doing the first jump up before, but we've been bamboozled, well not bamboozled, but we've been ruined from our lack of stamina, so we're now trying to neutral from the start. Nope. I don't know what poly bridge is, buddies. No, I'm not gonna risk any further. Please? Pixel? Health-wise, I should probably move on to something else, but we are very close. Please? Okay. Apparently there's still a hard jump here though, so I'm still a little afraid. And I could panic on it even if it's easy. Alright. Got there. Just gotta coyote time it. This memorial is dedicated to those who perished on the climb. So we know one of two things, I guess. We either... Thanks for egging Lucy Bunny's effort. We either know that the one dash we accidentally hit we didn't die after, or we know that apparently golden berries are not unlocked. It's one of those things, but like I said, I'm not that concerned with the proper in-game recognition of it. We were going for the challenge completion. That's what matters, and we actually succeeded. You do bonk your head much sooner than I thought you did at that final jump. Like, I thought you had, like, when you hit the ceiling like that, you kind of moved into it a little bit more, but you bonk like straight down there. So I see why it's a tighter jump than I thought it was. Oh, so gold berries in general don't unlock until after 8C. 8C? Jesus. Well, that's rude. Like, that just seems like something that should always be there, but, like, you don't necessarily know about it or care to try about it until then. So, like, why, I guess, is what I would ask. Like, why, like, if I happen to go back and beat a chapter deathless, like, it should just go ahead and give you this golden berry for it at that point. I don't see any reason why it should only be after 8C. Like, maybe I never want to do 8C, but I'm happy to do, like, 1A deathless or whatever. I mean, that's not something to remember. I've never seen it, you know? Yeah, like, I don't know how it's implemented. It just seems like it's weird. Like, it would be implemented a different way. Chapter complete. I do that sometimes too, though. Like, well, remember this thing that you wouldn't have any way of knowing previously. I've absolutely phrased things that way multiple times. Alright, you gotta use different keys now. Alright, so that's about 1450 or something like that. I didn't see what the number actually started at, but